Hello, this is Tom and Chris. We are Those Film Guys, and welcome to the Bat Marathon, where we're going to be doing Joel Schumacher's second outing as director of the Batman franchise in Batman and Robin.
I sense your hate increasing already, and we've only just begun.
I'm having to restrain myself from throwing anything around the room, because this is like, I hate cannot begin to describe. Hate cannot describe how much I hate, I guess, this it's loud, obnoxious filth of the highest caliber, going back to its roots in 1960s Batman. No, just no, wrong, no, Schumacher, what are you doing? You idiot. Like, director-wise, no, just you should write this out of your history and forever out of your history, and just make it a solid film, like a film you can control. Problem with this, he didn't have control. It was literally, I'm going to repeat something someone has said, toys. It was made to sell toys, and that is all. That is it.
Yeah.
And this is a 2-hour toy commercial.
Okay, and this is where I incur the wrath of the lynch mob. There will be flaming torches and pitchforks at my window within the hour. I am a huge Batman fan. I will acknowledge that this film is crap, but I can appreciate it for the sheer over-the-top, complete betrayal of characters. Just, this is why I hated Forever, because it didn't know what it wanted to be. This film at least knows what it wants to be. It knows it wants to be the most campiest, over-the-top, fun, I guess. It's one of those films you can just sit down and just leave all sense of logic and your mind at the door and just enjoy it for what it is, just a campy outing. And obviously you've got Schwarzenegger in it, which helps, with this one-liners and one-liners everywhere in this film. I like this film. I can just sit down and watch it and appreciate it for what it is.
No, Chris, I couldn't take it anymore. No.
Yeah.
I had to. I could not conceal my rage for how much this killed Batman for me. No.
I know this is the death of the franchise for like at least 8 years, but you know what? Its legacy is one of the worst films ever made, and one of the most laughably, terribly crafted movies ever. It's immortalized now. I can appreciate it for what it is.
You know,
why can't you see the silliness? Embrace the silliness.
No, silliness didn't work. It didn't work for Forever. It doesn't work here. Don't try the same thing when you know it failed the first time.
At least the whole film was silly, though. This is the thing I like about it. The whole film just goes, you know what? Fuck Batman. We're just gonna do whatever the hell we want. We're gonna have Freeze conducting, singing Eskimos. We're going to have Poison Ivy hanging out with Bane in purple gorilla costumes.
No. You'll get Michael Bay territory. That is no. You can't say fuck Batman. You can't. Michael Bay said fuck Transformers, and look how that turned out. This is exactly the same. No.
Yeah, but this at least this film was a fuck you to Batman, but at least it was unapologetically so and just had fun with saying fuck you to Batman.
It didn't have fun. It wasn't fun to watch.
It was to me. I guess we'll have to just control our rage and emotions to just try and get through this review. Okay, so the tone, we've practically said it's.
Sorry, that is the tone.
Campy. It's campy is an understatement. I think the '60s show seems like the dark, gritty Nolan films when compared to this. But
it's ruined my childhood.
This made my childhood. And this is coming from a guy who grew up with the original Tim Burton films right here in the animated series.
I can't know, Chris, I'm going to join that lynch mob. When they come after you, I'm going to be right there at the front with my pitchfork.
Okay, you know that charm that we spoke about with the '60s movie.
Yeah, but that's what that whole film was about. It was satiring and making fun of Batman. That's what this film
was about. It was completely over the top and just had fun with it.
Yeah, but I mean,
why so serious, Tom?
Because it didn't work for forever, and I don't want the same. I want something different. When I know it didn't work, and everyone knew forever was the steaming pile of crap that it was, even though it was successful, God knows why. But this, no apology from the directors can cement how much they ruined Batman for me, and no apology can set that right. If I got my money back for buying the video for this, for the VHS for this, that would not make a difference. They would have to give me back the 2 hours of they would have to go back in time, stop me from buying this, and go back in time and stop themselves from making it. This is 2 hours of my life I won't get back, and.
But it's if they had have stopped it from being made, you would have lost out on one of the greatest comedy films ever made.
No, I would have gained 2 hours of my life that I could have wasted on something else, something worthwhile. No, I'm sorry. Okay, right, all right. Okay, I'm not going to rage anymore. I'm going to
save
calm
your rage
down
for just a little while. Just goose forever. Just calm down.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, you say you want something new, and we did get something new. Val Kilmer didn't come back, probably because he saw the script for this film, and
George, what are you doing? No, George, no!
We get George Clooney in role as Bruce Wayne and Batman. Hi, Freeze. I'm back.
No, George, what are you're ruining your career. Yeah. You're a respectable actor. Don't do this to yourself.
And you know what? Yes, he's bad. Yes, he doesn't change his voice. But there are some scenes I like in this film with him. And they're the only scenes that seem to be in the serious stages. The plot of this film is that Alfred has got this incurable disease called McGregor syndrome. And there are these fairly touching moments with George Clooney and Alfred. But when you balance those against the other 2 hours of sheer nonsense and just straight up humour, it's just these scenes may have well has been cut out and just had the humour. that was a sigh.
Yeah,
have you got anything to add on Clooney or? Okay, then we'll. You know, he is what he is. I guess he's trying in a film called Batman and Robin.
But George. I mean, I expect this from Chris O'Donnell. I do not expect you to be in a film like this, George. George, if George Clooney, you are listening, which, you know, is a 1 in a million shot, I want a letter telling me the reasons why he ruined Batman for me.
At least he seemed more enthusiastic in the role than Val Kilmer did.
True.
Search your feelings, okay. You know it to be true.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Okay. I'll admit that. He probably was enjoying himself more than Val Kilmer, but still. That doesn't excuse that he and...
Okay, you say that you would only see these. You would expect this from Chris O'Donnell. So why don't we move on to Chris O'Donnell?
I can sum that up in 2 seconds. He whines. He's a complete whiny. He's a whiny machine.
If you thought he had any semblance of a character in Forever with his origin, this just no. He's whiny. He's obnoxious. He's irritating. He's the Robin we hate.
And why? Why does the bike Robin smashes through the window at the beginning of or the wall at the beginning of the film? Why does it make the Robin signal? Why? How is that even physically possible? I know it's campy and silly, but really, come on, you're defying the laws of physics, and that is universally impossible. Not the universe. The universe is sitting here watching Batman and Robin and going, really? Not even I could do that.
The laws of physics. Have you seen the wire work in this film?
Yeah. Oh,
you're really going to question the Robin signal when smashing through a wall when you have singing Eskimos in this film and Bane dressed as a purple gorilla.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
I am going to question that because those scenes I have wiped from my memory. I have taken a drill to my skull and have pulled them out individually. I'm like Sylar. I opened up my brain and took all the bits I don't want out of it.
You've lobotomized yourself after watching this film.
Yeah, and no one shouldn't. Okay. On a serious note, don't take a drill to your skull.
It's bad for you. So
right. Yeah, and then we get Batgirl. Where do I be? She should be called Barbara Gordon. She's called Barbara Wilson here. And what we get is Alfred's niece. Now, Alfred is English. He comes from England, where we live. Barbara Wilson is Alfred's niece. She should be English. She has an American accent. Like, can you explain that? Can a scientist explain? I'm going to ring up Dr. Brian Cox at the CERN research facility and ask him, can you explain why Barbara Wilson doesn't have an English accent when her uncle is clearly the most English man you could ever meet? I'm going to do that. Where's his number?
I don't even think I can defend that aspect of the film. She probably thought, what's the point in trying? You know, why should I even attempt to further my acting career with attempting an English accent in this film?
And she finds the Alfred,
Alfred, on his deathbed, knew that she would... He gives her this CD and says, do not open it, this is meant for another family relative. She's like, okay.
I'm going to put it in the DVD player and I find the Batcave, and all this time he knew she would look at it, and he put a message on it. Like he planned this. He had to sit there, get a camera, set up to record, get a green screen, because you know he's not sitting in a room. He's sitting in a virtual world, and so he had to hire a green screen. He had to do the special effects for it. He had to sit at a computer and do the special effects for the green screen behind him. All this time, and this whilst he's dying.